had sold our previous business, which was a very complex and busy business in Maryland, and we decided to take a year off. But one of the things we wanted to do is we had a boat and we took a tour of the southern Chesapeake Bay before we sold the boat. And 3 of the 5 locations we stopped at, when we went in and said, hey, what should we do here? They produced this colorful, cool map and said, here's where you can go and here's where all the cool stuff is. And so by the 3rd map, my mind started thinking, and we were kind of getting bored trying to be retired. And I thought the map would be kind of a fun way to immerse ourselves in our new community where we'd moved in Florida. And after talking to the corporate folks, Peter and Rob and everybody, it seemed like we had a nice fit, and it seemed to be like a great little retirement job to get into our community, to go out and have some fun and make a few dollars to support our retirement.
I think a lot of it had to do with just being excited, being in our tourist area that we're in, and being able to share that with people like us prior to us moving here. So we wanted to share our excitement and our love for our community we live in, as well as our surrounding communities.
Yeah, we call ourselves enthusiastic residents, and the area is so wonderful and nice that we just felt like the map was a great way to share all there is to offer here with people who come to visit. We bought the map in November of 20, and we made a conscious decision not to publish until fall of 21 because that was kind of the midst of COVID-1, and we weren't sure how the world was going to look. So we figured we'd try to get past it. So we published our first map this past November and started distribution. I'd say the best part is just getting to know so many people in our community. Melissa and I love going out. We like going to restaurants and different places. And we've met just some truly, really interesting people, made some great friends just by virtue of running our map business.
At first, it was weren't so sure how we were going to be received, but it's been great. Every time we go now, every time we go now and distribute maps, everyone's like, oh, it's you again, the map people. They're so excited to see us. They love talking about us. So it's just been, I think, just being around people, happy people, I think has been an exciting part for me.
The easy thing is certain restaurants we go to that are advertisers, we get a little preferential treatment. And that has been an unexpected benefit. We were not the type that ever expected that or wanted that. But there's a few places we've gone, we're like, oh, you guys are here. Yeah, we'll make room for you, even though it was like an hour wait. So that was an unexpected benefit. As far as the unexpected challenge, I think we both agree it's business to business sales is a lot harder than we anticipated. Our previous business was consumer sales, which is challenging by itself. I thought that B2B would be easier, and I was wrong. It's actually much harder. And just in terms of getting to the person that can make a decision. So that's been the unexpected challenge in the business.
I would agree.
It's a work in progress, but we've found that immersing yourselves in the community, particularly getting involved in the chambers of commerce in our area and getting to know people. And I think when you get to know people, because business really, in our opinion, is all about people, and getting to know people and making everyone aware that we're for real. We're not fly by night. We're committed to the business. We're committed to the success of our area. And, where we live here in Southwest Florida is a very tourist area. So we convinced everyone that what we're doing is for the betterment of our community. So that has opened some doors for sure.
Plus the community knows each other very well. So one of the challenges of trying to get ourselves integrated with them is, so, hey, we're one of you. So it's been a little bit of a challenge there. But with doing all the chamber events, we do a lot of nonprofit events as well. That's really helping us to get involved into our community.
We are a second marriage, and we like being together. I used to be an airline pilot, and I quit flying so I could be home with my wife. And so our goal is always to try to be together, just because we like being together. And our previous business was a central office. It was extremely busy. When we left, we had 4,000 customers, 45 employees, and 14 trucks to manage. So that was busy. And our current business, our lifestyle is way better. Most of the time we work together. When we do distribution, we'll go out in the car together. Melissa sits in the car and manages all the data via tablets, and I go in and take the data. When we do sales, we split up a little bit because we found it's more efficient. I'll go out and visit people, and then Melissa will follow up with phone calls. And then we'll regroup in the evening during sales season. And we've managed, I think, a really nice lifestyle, certainly during distribution season, where we try to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, take Friday through Monday off, and then try to take a whole week, a month off. So it works out really, really nice.
Well, the other thing too is our map does cover in Southwest Florida. It's Cape Coral, Sanibel, Matlacha, Pine Island, and we're on Sanibel, and it's beautiful, beaches everywhere. So when we're doing distribution, oftentimes we'll stop, take a break for lunch, sit along the water, and enjoy the view. And we do that as well in our other areas too.
Probably 80% in the field, 20% in the office. Now that'll change.
That changes during sales season because Kurt does a lot of the going out and about doing the sales, and I'll stay in the office and do emails and follow up with phone calls.
Yeah, so for a couple of months during sales season, that'll change to about 50-50. But during most of the year, it's about 80-20. Well, we've been fortunate that we both recognize the strengths in each other. And this applied to our last business, I think, while we were successful there and we're moving towards success here, is that we recognize what's strong in each person and we let them have that part. We don't really disagree very often.
No, but I would say that there are times where, he'll have an idea I'm not so sure I really like, or vice versa, and we'll table it. We'll talk about it for a little bit. If we feel like it's getting too heated or just not ready to go into it, we'll just table it for another time. And a lot of times that works. You just have to, sometimes you just got to let it go and move on and come back to it at a different point in time. And
we realize too that our relationship is way more important than a business disagreement. So that drives us a lot because we both came from not successful relationships in the past. And so we want this one to continue to be as good as it is. We're coming up on 10 years married, and our entire married life, we've been in business together, where we go to work almost every day together. So
24/7.
We're also the type of people that, you always read about. We wanted to be our own boss, and having worked for other people in various places. So being able to be your own boss, set your own schedule, I think is probably one of the biggest things. The other day, it was a nice day. We said, you know what, let's do what we were going to do today, tomorrow instead, because it's a nice day and we can take the boat out, and having the ability to make that decision and knowing that, you make the right decision for your business and for you. And there's no one looking over your shoulder second guessing it. So I think that's probably the single biggest benefit, particularly if someone hasn't been in business themselves before.
Right. Plus, if they haven't been, and what we found, and our last business was a franchise business as well. And with this one, the same way, we're our own people, we're our own bosses, we make the decisions, but we have the backing of a franchisor that's experienced. And that gives us a specific confidence level and comfort level.
We're a new publication. We're coming into a market that there are competitors. So it's really getting the word out there, getting our name out there, getting our publication out there, and overcoming prejudice from people who, have seen this other products out there. And we've had a ton of people tell us, and this is very encouraging, that, hey, this is the best map product there is in our market. So that makes us happy and gives us sort of the willingness to keep pushing ahead to be more successful.
Right.
Well, we talked to the team about potentially expanding in Naples and Punta Gorda, and we wanted to get this one off the ground as successful. These two off the ground as successful first, and if that comes this year, then I could see us contemplating that if certain conditions work out the way we want. Okay, thanks.
Right.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.